And now from lovely Three Forks, Montana, Todd the Vinyl Junkie, with a face for radio and a voice for silent movies. Now your host, the Vinyl Junkie himself, Todd.
So today I'd like to talk to you, well, first of all, welcome to our YouTube channel. And today I'd like to talk to you about my thoughts on high-end audio and what TTVJ is all about, along with some of mine and the company's history. I've been in business for over 30 years. I have been in this high-end audio business for over 30 years and have been a lifelong music lover. I started out working in the audio industry for Tyle Hertzens at Headroom Corporation about 31 or 32 years ago. I previously had been working at Gibson Guitar and Bozeman, both music-related companies that I really was a pleasure to work for. Working in Headroom was a great experience, and I got to play around with a lot of high-end gear as well as a lot of mid-fi headphone gear. Most of Headroom's business revolved around headphones, but I still had my own speaker system and vinyl rig and listened to that quite a bit, although most of my listening during those years was through headphones. I've always been a critical music listener, and at Headroom, it was part of my job to know how each component worked with each other. I spent a lot of time critically listening to music through various components, trying to find the right combo that would make music come to life. The most important thing to me has always been the music itself. I have a deep love for music, and it is a must-have in my life. Music goes right to my heart and soul. Not having music in my life would be a very bad thing for me. It brings me joy and peace, and yet can fire me up and make me dance, and that is quite a sight. As a youngster, I started out with a small transistor radio, a little cassette player that I carried around, and I also had access when I was about 5 or 6 years old to my mom's little 45 RPM record player. And she had a little box of 45s and this little record player, and I would sit in front of it and put records on and listen for hours and hours. I'm not sure I was sitting in the sweet spot. I'm not even sure it had one. But I was just listening to the music that I picked out from my parents' collection and loving it. This, of course, was not by any means an audiophile listening experience, but it was to me a listening experience, listening to music and learning to love it. I was content listening to the music by any means possible as long as it was playing. Our family also had a standard furniture stereo system where my mom would stack her albums 6 high and then let them play. Sounded great to me at the time, and never thought about the damage the records were suffering from landing and spinning on each other, and the arm not being perfectly parallel to the record, and that penny taped on top to keep it from skipping. You know, that was the old way of hearing it. But all I cared about was the music, and that's all I heard. And my love for it continued to grow, and I was hooked on it. So my early childhood listening experiences were very humble from an equipment standpoint, but rich in that I was listening to quite a variety of music. Our family was also very musical, with an upright piano that my sisters played, and I played an acoustic guitar. We all sang, though I was the only one who wasn't very good at it. You might say it was worth putting your fingers in your ears to avoid hearing. So live music and recorded music were always heard in our house. I started buying albums in grade school, and the first one I bought with my own dough for my paper route was Carole King Tapestry. In 7th grade, I went and took some money out of my college fund and headed uptown, and I went and bought Elton John's Greatest Hits. I was so happy to have it, and I couldn't wait until I got home to play it. But problems arose when I was asked where I got the money to pay for it. I honestly replied that I had taken it out of my college account. Well, that never happened again. But I got to keep Elton's Greatest Hits, and to this day I own that record and listen to it. Playing guitar and being a guitar player, mostly playing acoustic guitar, along with playing with other musicians, grew my love of music even more. It gave me a basis for how live music should sound. It helped me to listen for all the parts and to appreciate how hard it really is to put music together and make it sound good. It also gave me a first-hand listen to how music sounded live and how it should sound if properly reproduced. This has helped me to identify what sounds real and what is artificial when listening to recordings, as well as the equipment. In my late teens, I moved to Chicago for school and was introduced to my first high-end listening experience at Victor Stereo in Chicago. I even bought my first Grado cartridge there back in 1977. The radio stations and records of my classmates in Chicago and friends allowed my musical taste to develop and expand. Music was everywhere, with some of the best artists playing live shows that I was able to attend. Music had become a huge part of my life and remains a huge part of my life. The equipment I have owned to reproduce music has continually gotten better over time as my budget has afforded me. Some things I learned along the way in my becoming an audiophile and then owning TTVJAudio is that music alone is the primary reason I buy the equipment. I own over 12,000 records and over 3,000 CDs. This is the treasure chest that I have built to play on the gear that I have at hand. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like good gear and appreciate the quality of sound I get to listen to, but it all comes back to the music itself. That is where my love lies. It's in the music. You do not have to spend a small fortune to get very good sound, and spending more doesn't ensure that sound will be better, although there's some great high-end gear out there right now. And remember, all your stereo has to do is make you happy when you listen to it. It doesn't need to please or impress anyone else. It just needs to deliver music that reaches inside you and lets music touch your soul. So finding someone to trust like TTVJ, who can help guide you and back up the sale with customer service and support, could save you a lot of time and money in your search for a playback system. That time and money can be put toward more listening and more music. I have a ton of experience putting together systems that have made my customers happy and myself happy enough that they have come back, and I have many return customers. We try to find the best gear for your budget and use our knowledge to build your system to last over time and deliver the music that you love. We have carefully chosen the brands we carry. We do not sell anything that we would not gladly own ourselves. All of the manufacturers we carry have demonstrated their support and quality over time, and we are very comfortable recommending and selling their products to you. We know you care about the music and will do our best to provide recommendations to fit your needs. We will work with you if there is something that is not working out for you and do our best to get you listening quickly and happily. And we will honor your budget in our recommendations. We're not going to look to upsell you. We're not going to look to make you regret coming to us or buying a stereo. We are here to serve you and promise to give you our all and to get you the system that will make your system sound real, right, and put a smile in your ear. Take advantage of my lifelong dedication to music and knowledge of the equipment to help you attain a high level of listening at any price point. Music is my passion, and there is nothing better than sharing listening experiences with people who share that same passion. We hope you will drop by our website listed in the description below, or come by our humble listening room in Three Forks, Montana, and see what we have to offer. We have great gear to offer, as well as knowledge and experience that will bring you closer to the music you love. We would be honored to serve you on your musical journey.
Don't forget to visit the TTVJAudio website and sign up for our newsletter. Keep up to date with new products, sales, and loaner programs. Thanks for watching.